Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another trading update. So let's start with our trading profits from last week. And so, as you know, I already deployed my 100K live trading account since last week with pretty good results. And also, like, we're trading, of course, our 10K account that has been running for over a month. So, our current strategy, we're trading the SP 500 arbitrage between Hyperliquid and MT5. And on Monday, we've had great profits. I think it was around $800 on Monday. And then we made roughly $200 on Tuesday. So within the first 2 days, we made like over $1,000 in profit on the 100K account, which is amazing. But later throughout the week, on Wednesday and Thursday, there was not much activity going on our S&P 500 arbitrage strategy. So during this time, I tried to, deploy some other strategies and options. And one of those was like JP225. And like the JP index has been performing really well on the testing account. And so I decided, okay, let's just try to switch it on our main 100K account, which unfortunately was a mistake because then on Friday, we started losing money for some reason. And the reason why is that the Oracle price or the external pricing on the JP index drifted away from the market price of MT5. And so we started losing on funding rates. Today on Monday, I had to close the position a loss. It was like roughly $500, $600 loss in total. And so, yeah, that's very unfortunate. But then, as a result, this week, I've tried to do some Oracle pricing analysis where I exported historical Oracle prices, compared them with MT5. And so in the future, when the Oracle price drifts away from MT5 price, our trading bot will know and will stop trading. And so, yeah, this is some extra safety measure that I've tried to add to, avoid that loss.
This is the spread or the basis between Hyperliquid price and MT5 price. So here we're taking the Oracle prices. And so when you compare the Oracle prices between Hyperliquid MT5, you see that the difference is always at zero, right? Which means if we buy below zero and sell above zero, which we can like see based on the mark price, that gives us a profitable edge. But last Friday, we see a drift in the Oracle basis, and we drifted down to minus 200. And so my strategy tried to buy at like minus 50, right? But the fair market value was at minus 200.
But never mind, a loss is a loss, a lesson is a lesson. And so we're going to continue to trade this week. Overall, it was still a very nice profit. So we just need to adapt to the new market circumstances. App-wise or technology-wise, we've also done some interesting changes on our trading bot. So one of the change is that with the JP225 strategy, right? Last week, what I did is that the trading bot before was only able to, enter into a trade and then exit, but it was not able to do that simultaneously, right? So provide bid and ask prices at the same time. And how is it possible you can have a signal to buy and sell at the same time? And that is possible when the spread on an asset gets quite large, right? It's so large that you can quote both the bid and the ask at top of book. So now we sort of made like a semi-market making system where we can provide two-sided quotes, which is amazing. And also the second big update that I have is that now finally we have a control panel for all our strategies. So before, if we wanted to turn on our trading strategy, we had to turn on like multiple separate CMD terminals. And so right now we can manage all of that from a single GUI app. And so now we can just run and monitor all the strategies from a single window, and we don't have to worry about, which terminal is which strategy and so on, which, was quite annoying in the beginning. And now, we solved that issue with this new GUI. So yeah, technology-wise, that's like basically everything. And we're going to, continue working on this GUI app. Today, I've added, some changes where we can, for example, provide some dynamic capital allocation. So instead of computing the exposure level, so maximum minimum exposure for your strategy, you can just assign a percentage of your capital, set the leverage, and then the strategy will compute the maximum exposure for you. So when you have multiple strategies running, you can allocate various amounts of capital, and that way, we don't have to do some, the mathematics that you have to do with margining and exposure calculation. So that's also like a big change with the GUI app. And so for this week, let's talk about strategies, right? So what strategies do I have ready for this week? Because SP 500, it's like still quite calm, not many setups at the moment. And so I decided like USD JPY right now shows really promising result. So today on my live stream, I opened like a lot of like volume or exposure on USD JPY. And like throughout the week, I will report the performance on USD JPY. Also, I'm going to continue trading JP index, right? JP225. So even though I made a loss last week or like today when I realized the P&L, I realized that even though like the Oracle price may drift, and I think that's just, some edge case scenario, right? That it only happens once in a while. I now at least have, these Oracle drifts or like safety checks implemented. So next time I won't lose that much money anyways. And the spread is still very huge. So I'm still going to try to do like some type of market making on JP225 to extract some value from the symbol. So these are the two main strategies that I have planned for this week. And of course, we're going to, try to find other strategies. And so this week, when I have some time, I will try to maybe look at crude oil, other, US market indices, and like other symbols. So we always have some backup plan in case some strategy stops working. This is it for this current week. That's my current plan. The last thing I want to talk about, right, is, and I think this is like a lot, maybe like a interesting question that I received today on live stream. And the question was, how do you get rich in trading? Or I don't know what was. The comment was, share wisdom to become rich in trading or something like that. I'm not going to talk too much about it. My only advice is that know who the winning players are, right? So we know that most retail traders are losing, right? So when they trade whatever strategies they learn online. So it's important for you to at least like identify who the winning players are, right? And like in the trading industry, it's always the brokers, the educators, the exchanges, the liquidity providers, the market makers, right? And so I'm not saying you should like open your own brokerage, but adopt certain systems that make them profitable, because all of these people know that the average retail trader is going to be losing, right? 90% of all retail traders are losing. What can you learn from that? It's actually very easy. Don't try to learn the systems that they try to teach to retail traders. Try to learn the systems that actually make money and where you can actually see the profitable players. Market makers, LPs, arbitrage traders, they're all profitable. That's why I'm trying to teach that system to you, because I know that if you learn the system even as retail and apply these methodologies in your like own trading strategies, I think that is actually the key to become successful in trading. Like stay away from the mass education that you see online and try to focus on strategies that actually work. And so, yeah, so this is everything I wanted to say, for today's update. So if you want to see, me trading this week, as usual, I'm going to stream this week, usually at 1 p.m. CST. So if you have time, I'll be very happy to see you there. Otherwise, you'll see me in another trading update.